Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I am an online fashion reseller selling on Poshmark, eBay, and Mercari. Today I'm going to be sharing what sold for the month of January. I'm going to walk you through my largest sale, what sold within 24 hours, my most profitable sales, the sales that took the longest, some of my stats, all of it. So hopefully you can learn kind of what's selling right now, what brands I'm picking up, and how much they're going for. If you find this content valuable, it would really mean a lot if you could hit the subscribe button, like, I don't know, right now, or hit the thumbs up button. I'd really appreciate it, and it really supports my channel and helps me grow. Okay, so starting off with the numbers, I'll share some of my stats for the month of January. So out of my total sales, 47% were on Poshmark. No surprise there. That is the main platform that I sell on. 26% were actually from ThredUp, which I don't really talk about on here anymore, but I do have a lot of inventory over on ThredUp, so I am still making sales over there. I'm just not sending them new items. 20% were made on eBay, and only 7% were made on Mercari. When I first started, I had a few more sales on Mercari than I currently do. For some reason, it's slowed down a lot for me, so it's definitely not my a platform that I pay attention to the most, but hey, it can't knock a couple sales that wouldn't have sold anyways, right? My average sales price for those items was $53, and my median sales days was 48 days. So the median is a more accurate representation instead of taking the average, just because you can have a couple outliers, either that take really long or some that sell super quickly, and it doesn't really give you a clear, accurate picture of how long it takes your items to sell. So right smack dab in the middle is about 48 days to sell an item. Okay, let's start with my largest sale. This is actually my largest sale to date, so I was so excited when I saw the offer go through. I shipped it out right away, and I was like holding my breath waiting for them to accept to make sure that nothing went wrong. So it was a pair of these Gianvito Rossi boots. They were gorgeous. I picked these up at Nordstrom Rack, and I could not believe the price that I got on them. They originally retailed for $1,394. So I had these listed in my closet for $435, and I sent an offer through Offers to Likers for $403, and she accepted the offer, and everything went smoothly, and I got paid on the item. So that was my largest sale to date and a super exciting moment for me in January. Moving on to sales that I made within 24 hours of listing, my favorite kind of sales. So first up, I have this Michael Kors packable coat. I actually ordered this from Shop Kristen. If you don't follow her on Instagram, she has like insane, or she's been having insane sales because she's saving for a house. So she had like buy one get six free sale going on, so I definitely capitalized on that, and this is one of the items that I got. I actually sold this one on eBay, and it was a full price sale. So I listed it, and within the same day it sold for full asking price. So that was amazing. Next up, I have this Madewell pull-up wrap mini skirt. So if you watched my birthday thrift haul, I got this when I went thrifting in LA for my birthday, and I didn't even have to put it away or put it into my inventory system. I listed it, and within 24 hours it sold. It sold on Poshmark. I had it listed for $60, and I sold it for an offer of $30. It was a lot lower than I wanted, but my cost of goods is relatively low, and you know, same day offers I really just kind of accept because I'm trying to get things moving right now as I'm trying to grow my business. So was not mad about a $30 sale the same day after listing. This next sale was made on eBay. It's a Free People tunic dress. I got this also during my birthday thrift trip, and it also sold same day that it listed. So I listed this for $43, and I received an offer for $35, and I accepted. So Madewell and Free People are definitely brands that I sell the most of. They're like my bread and butter of my closet, and I definitely pick those up when I'm out thrifting because those are kind of just staple pieces that move really quickly for me. Now, they definitely, Madewell's performing not as well as it used to for me, and also Free People, as you know, is a little oversaturated, but honestly, Free People still is probably one of my most profitable pickups, and that sells the most because I know what styles perform well. So as long as you're willing to put in the research into what styles of that brand sell well and check comps, then you can have a lot of success selling Free People. All right, I gotta give credit to this next sale to the Dime Store Cowgirls podcast. They were talking about upcoming trends and they mentioned shackets. So that's like a shirt jacket kind of aesthetic. I'll put a picture of what that kind of style is. And they specifically mentioned Pendleton flannels. And when I was out thrifting, I actually found 2 of them, and they were vintage Pendleton flannels, and I listed one of them, and within literally 60 seconds of me listing it, I received an offer. So I listed it at 65 and I got an offer for 40 on Poshmark, and I accepted it right away, because how can you not accept an offer if it was literally listed for 60 seconds? So yeah, that was amazing, and shout out to the Dime Store Cowgirls. Okay, let's move into a more depressing topic. Items that took the longest to sell. Now, my items move relatively quickly, but I'm going to mention 2 items that took forever to sell. So the first one is this Lulu's black mini dress. I got this at Nordstrom Rack a long time ago. My cost of goods were just super low, but looking back on it, maybe this was more of just like a basic piece that I should have stayed away from. I honestly don't know, because it got a ton of likes and it's super cute. Lulu's usually moves, and it was new with tags. So honestly, I don't know all the reasons as to why. Oh, maybe it was an extra small, so maybe that has something to do with it, but it's kind of hard to tell because it did get a lot of attraction in my closet. But after 171 days, it sold on Poshmark. I had it listed for $45 and I accepted an offer of $30. So I actually probably get more excited for sales on items that have been in my closet for a long time than I do the 24-hour sales, which is funny. But yeah, I was really happy to see that go. Next is this Amore Vert floral like silk wrap dress. If you're not familiar with Amore Vert, it's definitely I don't know if I'd say a Bolo brand, but it's a brand that retails for a lot of money, and it does have a very good resale value if you pick up the right style. So I actually picked this dress up at the bins, and it was towards the end of summer, so I think that might have something to do with the fact that it took so long to sell. It just was kind of out of season, since this is very obviously a very spring and summery dress. It was listed in my closet for $100, and I accepted an offer for $68, and it took 133 days to sell. Now, I'm not going to stop picking up Lulu's. I'm not going to stop picking up Amore Vert. I think there was just some other factors that played into why they took so long to sell, but I don't know. I still love those items, and I'm glad they made it to a new home. Okay, now I'm going to share some of my higher profit items, just some, other sales that sold during the month of January. So first up is this Eula Johnson knit. It's like a poncho, embroidered poncho. So I sourced this actually from the Real, which was one of the first times I've sourced from there, and it was a success. So I made this sale on Poshmark. It was new without tags, I should mention. I listed it for $190 in my closet, and I accepted an offer of $130. So Eula Johnson is definitely a brand to be picking up, especially the dresses do really well, but it kind of has like a cult she kind of has a cult following. So if you find Eula, definitely pick her up. Next up is the 7 for All Mankind corset. They call it a play suit, but it's really just like a jumpsuit. I made this sale on Poshmark. It was listed in my closet for $100, and I accepted an offer of $80, and she sold. Next up are these Steve Madden platform boots. So when I bought these, I got these from Nordstrom Rack. I fell in love with them, but they're half a size too big, and I live in California now, so it's like I don't really need winter boots, but I knew that I had a ski trip coming up in January. So I actually wore these boots in Colorado for a weekend, and they were a little bit too big for me, so I decided to still list them. I just changed the listing to be pre-owned, like excellent pre-owned condition, because I wore them for like 2 days. There's nothing wrong with them. And then I just lowered the price a little bit, and they actually sold like a couple days after that. So they sold on Poshmark, and they sold for $58, which is incredible for getting to actually wear them for a little bit and then still being able to sell them. That's one of the huge perks of being a reseller. It's not the first time I've done that, where I've worn something, or even I bought it for myself and I decided I just didn't really want it anymore, so I just went ahead and sold it. So love doing that. Next up is this Tahari polka dot sweater. I sourced this from Nordstrom Rack, and I actually sent it into ThredUp because Tahari isn't a brand that I would send or that I would sell myself, unless it was something extremely stylish, but their style and just the brand in general doesn't really fit with the curation of my closet. So this sold on ThredUp for $90, and my earnings from that sale were $50. Another ThredUp sale were these Vince pants. I picked these up at the bins. They sold for $88, and my earnings from that sale was $44. So I was extremely happy with those two ThredUp sales. Definitely not all of them look like that. Sometimes I only make a profit of like $5, but as I've mentioned before, you're not holding on to this inventory. You just send it into them and they take care of everything. So that was what drew me to sending things into ThredUp at the beginning, and no longer sending things into them, but I still like getting the sales from the stuff I previously had sent. Next are these Free People bungalow clogs. I thought these were so cute. I picked these up at the yellow tag sale. They sold on Poshmark. I had them listed for $100. I got an extremely reasonable offer of $90, and they sold in 3 days. So that was a super quick sale, great, profit. I absolutely love selling these. Again, Free People does have the potential to be very profitable and can sell very quickly if you know what you're picking up. Next is this La Blanca one-piece swimsuit. I sold this on Mercari, and yes, I sold a swimsuit in January. I am starting to kind of source swimsuits. I haven't had a ton of luck. I only have like probably 4 listed in my closet, but I'm definitely going to be ramping that up as we get closer to the warmer months. But I had this listed on Mercari. Well, I had it listed on all of the platforms because I cross-list each item everywhere, but I had it listed for $50, and I accepted an offer of $40, and I accepted. So those are kind of like the major sales that I wanted to share with you. Some key takeaways is that I sold a winter jacket and a swimsuit in the month of January. So that definitely goes to show you to list any item all year round. Doesn't matter what the season is, because people are going on vacation, people live in different climates, so it definitely pays to get it listed, because it's not going to sell if it's not listed. Another thing I want to mention is that every single one of my sales except one was made from either me sending an offer or someone making an offer and me accepting. I only had one full price sale. Some months I have no full price sales, and that's totally fine, but it's just something that you need to consider when building out your sales strategy and your pricing strategy. Is offers is what is going to drive sales, whether you're sending them or receiving them. And last but not least is cross-posting. So none of these were 100% on one platform. I think it just mitigates risk and it gives you more opportunity to touch different customers, because I think every platform has a slightly different customer base, and that is a great thing to help you kind of expand and diversify what you're doing in your business. So I highly recommend, if you're not already, to cross-list. I think Poshmark is probably the easiest, but if you can list over on Mercari, that's another easy one. And then eBay is not as daunting as you might think. You don't have to fill out all of the categories. Just do the bare minimum as you can. As long as it's listed and it's up there, it's going to get eyes on it, and you can figure it out as you go. I do use Vendoo to help me cross-post on all the platforms, and that has saved me a lot of time, and it's totally worth it in my opinion. So recommend it if you're not already using a cross-listing platform. But yeah, so those are my January sales. I hope you learned something from this video, and I thank you guys for watching. If you haven't already, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. All right, see you guys next week.